How you doing? This is Nathaniel Swopes of Swope Center. Today I want to talk about Damian Lillard. In recent news, Damian Lillard could face suspension for the trade request from the Portland Blazers. Allegedly, Damian Lillard only wants to go to the Miami Heat. I will read you an article from NBA News TV. Damian Lillard wants to play with Jimmy Butler in the Miami Heat. However, in shocking turn of events, the NBA might have final word on it. Damian Lillard has chosen the Miami Heat as his next team to play alongside Jimmy Butler after the Portland Trail Blazers took Scoot Henderson in the 2023 NBA draft. Allegedly, there was no turning back. Lillard is currently under contract until the 26-27 season in 2022. He signed a 2-year extension worth $225 million. However, there were many doubts about his future, considering the Blazers are still far away from being a contender. Though Damian Lillard wants to leave Portland, the trade package offered by Miami hasn't been enough. Now there's another problem. The NBA is seriously considering a big sanction for the star player. A few weeks ago, Damian Lillard officially requested the Trailblazers to officially requested the Trailblazers to be traded. Nevertheless, Portland's front office may not be willing to attend his demands. If the Heat don't have a strong trade package, there's no transfer. General Manager Joe Cronin has already warned that time is not a problem. We're going to be patient. We're going to do what's best for our team. We're going to see how this lands, and if it takes months, it takes months. That's how my approach has been with this. Even in this scenario, Aaron Goodwin, the agent of Damian Lillard has called other teams interested to inform them that the player won't accept any other offer, just the Miami Heat. The information has been reported by agent Wojnarowski. As a consequence, according to ESPN, the NBA might not take action against the star and sent a memo to each team assuring that any player or his agent who makes public or private comments indicating he won't fully perform the services called for under this player contract in event of a trade will be subject to discipline. In the memo to all teams, the NBA clarified that Lillard and Goodwin have guaranteed that the player will commit to his current contract regardless if he goes to other team or stays at Portland. Of course, that ending is yet to be seen, as Lillard might have lost the leverage to work with. Now, we haven't really seen the NBA jump in and interfere with trades before since Chris Paul wanted to be, or when the Lakers tried to trade for Chris Paul, and the NBA vetoed this trade and wouldn't allow this trade to happen. So this is one of the last times I've seen the NBA jump in and not necessarily deny trades, but let NBA players know there would be actions if they do not participate for their contract. Now I think the NBA are trying to protect themselves just in case Damian Lillard decided to sit out the season or any part of the season because he cannot be traded to the Miami Heat because he only wants to go to the Miami Heat. Now we see this very famous in the NFL. A lot of NFL players won't go to training camp if they haven't been traded to where they want to be traded to, or if their money isn't right for their upcoming contract. I haven't seen this really with NBA players as far as not showing up to practices or things like that. But the NBA is trying to protect themselves to make sure that the players do what is specifically on their contract. So if Damian Lillard decides possibly not to show up to camp or practices or not to show up to play for the Portland Trailblazers for this season, that he could face discipline and possibly suspension. So hopefully, the Miami Heat and the Portland Trailblazers could make this trade. We saw Paul George kind of take a shot at Damian Lillard because Damian Lillard mentioned that he would only want to stay in Portland and can't see why a lot of NBA players want to join up with other players and make super teams. And now we see Damian Lillard wanting to team up with Jimmy Butler and go to the Miami Heat and possibly make a quote unquote super team. Again, I hope they can make this trade happen. But I would like to see Damian Lillard stay in Portland, honor his word. He did get a really big contract, which is going to be very hard for a lot of other teams to accommodate such a big contract. And we did see Damian Lillard come off one of his better seasons of his career this past season, and would like to see him kind of jump on that. Now, I know that Damian Lillard doesn't like the fact that the Portland Trail Blazers drafted Scoop Henderson, which is another guard. They also took a guard, I believe, last year in the draft. But like I stated in my past videos, a lot of the NBA players are in their mid-30s. I believe Damian Lillard is in his also I believe is in his mid-30s as well. And it is time for teams to, and Damian Lillard's also been dealing with injuries. It is time for teams to take safety picks. You know what I'm saying? By the time that if Damian Lillard is out of the league 5 or 6 years, this could be with Scoop Henderson is just coming into his own, learning under Damian Lillard and becoming a really productive and good player after Damian Lillard retires. You know what I'm saying? So with him getting that $220 million, the Portland Trailblazers took a risk because he has been injured. But, you know, it was a great risk because he had one of his better seasons. And hopefully he can get past them drafting Scoop and, you know, just focus on building that team and helping those young players continue to get better, because it's not like Portland wanted to trade him. He's requesting the trade. And as far as the NBA with these sanctions, they have to protect themselves because they don't want to be paying Damian Lillard $220 million just for him to sit out because he's not happy. Because now the Portland Trailblazers are unhappy, the team is unhappy because they spent all this money for him to stay with the Portland Trailblazers. So again, hopefully this can work out. I believe, you know, Portland, they want a lot. They want first-round draft picks. They want a couple starters. If I'm not mistaken, they want Adebayo. And I know Miami Heat are not trying to trade Adebayo. So, but it is crazy for the NBA to jump in. But in a sense, they do have to protect themselves. It's similar to the Chris Paul situation, but more so that you know, they didn't want Chris Paul, and it seemed like at that time, the New Orleans, the Lakers wasn't giving up anything to get Chris Paul, similar to how they got Paul Gasol as well. They just kind of agreed to the trade, so NBA wanted to protect and make things fair at that time. And we just see a lot of NBA players now wanting more say in where they go and how they do things, but the NBA has to protect themselves and protect their bargaining skills in the way they offer contracts. You know what I'm saying? So again, it is a huge contract that Damian Lillard is under, and he did have his better year last year. And all in all, I would like to see Damian Lillard stay with the Portland Trail Blazers. I actually don't want to see him traded to the Miami Heat. I would like to see him stay. I would like to see him finish off his career. He's an amazing guard. He's done a lot. He has an amazing story. Coming from Weber State and only having one D1 scholarship offer. So I would like to see Damian Lillard stay with the Portland Trail Blazers again. This is Nathaniel Swopes of Swope Said It. Please let me know what you all think about the situation. Will Damian Lillard decide to sit out? And if he sits out, will he be disciplined? Or will Portland and Miami Heat make the trade? You know, please let me know what you all think. You all have a good one.